Hello and welcome to my kitchen. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make Sev Mamra, which is a delicious tea time or anytime snack. Now, I make my mamra from scratch using leftover basmati rice, and I'll show you how to do that. And I hope you guys like all the tips that I'll be giving you and subscribe to my channel. So let's get cooking. So you just need to take your leftover basmati rice and sprinkle it on a tray or a thali like this, breaking up any of the clumps. Once you've laid out your rice like this, leave it on your countertop open and undisturbed for, it's going to take 2 or 3 days to dry out completely. And every day just go ahead and, stir it up a bit so that the rice dries out completely and evenly. And when you're finished, it should look like this, like really dry basmati rice. And this is what you're going to make mamra from, and it tastes amazing. I've put some fresh oil in my pan here, and I want to make sure that it's fresh oil because anytime we're frying snacks like this, if the oil is not fresh and used for the first time, like you've used it to fry something else, then the snacks just don't taste the same. They can have a little bit of a rancid taste, and you don't want that. So fresh oil in your pan, and we're going to heat up the oil. While your oil is heating up, make sure you get your equipment ready. So I like to fry the mamra inside a sieve like this. So I just put the sieve inside the oil and then I throw the mamra in, and I don't have to catch any loose bits in there. They're all in here. You'll also need a tray or a plate with, I like to put newspaper down to absorb any extra oil, and then put my paper towels on top. So all of that needs to be ready, and we need to make sure our oil is really nice and hot. So my oil's been heating up for a couple of minutes, so I'm just going to put my sieve in there and throw a piece of the dried rice in to see how it responds. And there's no response, so it's not ready at all. Look at that. Nothing happened. So it's been another minute and I still have the rice in here that I tried earlier, so I'm going to see if it responds now. And I can hear a little sizzle, but it's just not hot enough. So if your oil is not hot enough, you're going to end up with rice that actually, when it's fried, it tastes like raw rice, and it's not good. Okay, so I'm going to try again. And let's see, I'm putting the rice in, and it's almost there, but you want to see the rice puff up like that. So I'm just going to give it like maybe 30 seconds more. Now here I have a small handful of rice, so I'm going to throw that in. And there you go. That's what you're looking for. Just a few seconds in there, not too long at all. Now if you have any pieces of rice stuck in there like that, take them out carefully, otherwise you'll end up with very brown pieces of rice. And here is the fried mamra. Now you can see that the grains are actually much smaller than the puffed rice that you get ready-made at the shops. And this definitely does taste so much better. It's got a slight tan color to it, which is natural and one of the characteristics, but the taste is just so much nicer than ready-made. So I definitely want you to give this a go. Once you're done frying the mamra, go ahead and pour them into a large bowl because we're going to get ready to do the tempering. Now I have 5 cups or 150 grams of fried mamra here, and to this mamra I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of red chili powder, and you can add more or less just depending on how hot you like it. And I'm also going to add some icing sugar to this. So I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of icing sugar, and we can add more later on. And you just want to mix that up real quick. So I've got my small pan here heating up for the tempering, and I'm going to add about, let's see, 1 tablespoon and just a little bit more, 1.5 tablespoons of oil. Once the oil's heated up, go ahead and add 3/4 of a teaspoon of mustard seeds to the oil and let that pop. And then add 1/4 of a teaspoon of Hing or Asafoetida to that. Then turn off the heat. And go ahead and add the oil to the Mamra. Just mix it in like this. And then I have my homemade Sev here, and if you don't know how to make Sev at home, go ahead and click on the link above and I'll show you in my video exactly how you can make Sev at home. Then go ahead and add as much Sev as you like to the Mamra and mix it up. Now you might notice that I haven't added any salt in here, and that's because when I cook rice, I actually add a little bit of salt to the rice, and so these Mamra have a little bit of salt already in them. So we can always add salt later once we've tasted it. So here is your homemade Sev Mamra, and then taste it, and if you want to add more chili, add more chili, add more icing sugar, add salt, add whatever you like. But this is something that once you take a bite, you'll have trouble stop eating it. It's so good. Then place it in a clean airtight container with some paper towels at the bottom to absorb any oil. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and join me again soon for some more cooking inspiration.